I'm Michelle from Nerdy Moms United, and today we're going to talk about how to start a cooking blog. Stay tuned to the end because I have something special for you. How to start a cooking blog that makes money. We're going to cover 6 steps, from choosing your niche, where you want to host your blog, because that's very important. That will be the most important financial decision you make regarding starting your blog, buying your Bluehost hosting plan and domain name, writing your first post, promoting your blog posts, and promoting by posting manually or with a tool. Don't feel bad if it sounds like I just talked nerdy to you, because I will explain everything. Step 1, choosing your niche. Okay, so what is a niche? A niche is a topic. For example, Italian cuisine, vegetarian cooking, etc. Those are different topic or niches for cooking blogs. For one thing, you have to be passionate or want to learn more about the topic if you're going to blog about it. You can even cover multiple cooking types on your blog or techniques. One thing you have to keep in mind when you're going to start your blog and you're choosing your niche is you need to build an affiliate strategy or product around your blog. If you don't have an idea about how you want to make money with your blog or a product you want to eventually sell, like if you're doing a cooking blog, it is very common for cooking bloggers to sell cookbooks, meal planning services, or do video classes. Those are just some of the things they do, but that's not only what they do. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind when you're choosing your niche for your blog, that you plan for your affiliate strategy or product you want to do down the line. You want to make sure you're going to enjoy writing about this topic, because if you don't, you're going to dread having to sit in front of your computer and writing those posts. So make sure it's something you're passionate about, you love talking about to no end. Make sure it's something you enjoy writing about and you wanting to learn more about. Choosing where you want to host your blog is the one upfront cost you're going to deal with when you're dealing with blogging. When you buy your hosting service, you'll have it for 3 years. So you want to make sure you make the right choice. Because if you buy the wrong hosting plan or with the wrong company, you just wasted a lot of money. And I don't want that to happen to you. How much does it cost to start a blog? Well, it can cost between $3 to $6 a month. It might not seem much in the beginning, but it adds up in 3 years. So when you buy your hosting plan, you have to pay that all up front. I have tried Wix and GoDaddy to host websites that I have built for myself or for other people. But when it comes to blogging, I would not recommend either one of them. Why? It's because they're both expensive and they don't give you the flexibility that I was looking for in a hosting platform when I was doing my blog. Since my background is web development and design, I wanted more flexibility. That's why I use Bluehost for hosting my free WordPress blog. That's right, WordPress.org is free when you run it off of Bluehost. You can also run it off of GoDaddy too, but the hosting fees on GoDaddy are way more expensive on Bluehost, like 3 times more. So why pay 3 times more and not get the same benefit? I would not want that for you. I would recommend Bluehost. Another thing is setting up a WordPress blog on Bluehost is super easy. It's just one button, and I'm going to show you how that works too. Very easy to set up, no time at all. They have great 24/7 user support. Even though I'm an experienced web developer with over 15 years experience, sometimes I run into an issue. Their support staff is great. I'll get on the chat and I'll tell them what's going on, and they've helped me every single time. So I have used their support, and they're great, and they'll be able to help you too. Bluehost is so affordable. They're half the cost of Wix, and they're 3 times cheaper than GoDaddy. Where can you go wrong? Plus, then you get more bang for your buck on the plans that they offer, and I compared them. If you want to see my video on comparing the cost of different web hosting platforms so you can pick the right one for your website, I'll leave the link below so you can see that video, because I compare all 3 and I break it down for you so that way you can make an informed decision. Bandwidth. Bandwidth is important when you're running a website. What is bandwidth? Let's say it is the highway that takes people to your website. Cars are traffic on the highway, which is the bandwidth. If people can't get to your site because your bandwidth is too small because of the little bumpy dirt road, and it makes your site super slow, no one's going to want to come to your site. You want a nice super highway, paved highway like the one in Los Angeles, the big one, where they have multiple lanes of traffic. It's great when it's not backed up. However, bandwidth is key to getting free traffic. It's key to helping you get traffic to your site. If your bandwidth is horrible or it's small, you're not going to get traffic to your site. So, bandwidth is key with Bluehost, and they give you plenty of it. Storage space. They have plenty of storage space for your stuff. Wix and GoDaddy doesn't give you as much. They make you pay for a bigger plan, a more expensive plan to get the storage space. It doesn't make sense to me either. That's why I use Bluehost. So check out my hosting video on comparing those 3 major hosting groups so you can see for yourself and compare, so that way you can pick the right one for you. So, step 3. Buying your Bluehost plan and domain name. Select a domain name, which is your website name. So, since you're doing a cooking blog, make sure your domain name has something about recipes or cooking or anything like that, because it will help with your SEO. That's how you relate your blog name, your domain name, to your niche. I would suggest 4 or less words for your domain name, for your website name. Why? Because one, it's going to be easier to remember, and also try to make your blog name easy to remember or catchy, because then people will remember it and they'll make it easier for them to get to your site. Did you know you can actually use your own name for your blog? That's right. You can, let's say, like Kate's Cooking Corner or Janet's Recipe Box or anything like that. I mean, and you can take those ideas, go right ahead if that's your name. Or you can put your name in the front and then use the last part. It's totally up to you. But I would highly recommend, if you're going to use your name, make sure you have a recipe or cooking component name, wording behind it, so that way it just makes sense. Or you can just use your first and last name. Totally up to you. Select and set up your Bluehost plan. There are 7 setup steps that I'm going to take you through, so that way there's no guesswork, and that makes it super easy for you to do that. So let's get started. So we're going to go to Bluehost. I have a link below. Yes, I am an affiliate for Bluehost. What does that mean? That means if you use my link to go to Bluehost and buy your hosting plan, it helps me keep my YouTube channel up and running, because making videos takes time and money. So if you want to, and it would super help me out, use the link below to go to Bluehost so you can get to the Bluehost site and get your Bluehost plan. So once you click on the link, it'll open up in a new window. Click the green Get Started button. In step 2, you're going to choose your hosting plan. Now, since you're just starting out, I would suggest going with the basic plan. It's perfect. You get everything you need to get started. And the great thing is unmetered bandwidth. That means they're not going to limit your bandwidth, period. Just never ever. They're not going to do that. So, go with the basic plan. You're just starting out. Once your blog starts getting traction and getting a lot of traffic, usually by the time you are re-upping your plan, then it's time to go to the plus, because then you're going to want a lot more space for your pictures. But 50 gigabytes, that's plenty when you're starting out. Since I run a bigger site, I use the plus plan myself. If you want to use the plus plan, that is totally 100% up to you. I'm not going to tell you which plan to get, but when you are starting out, it makes sense to start with the basic. But if you want the plus plan, go for it. Next step is to claim your awesome blog name. This is the name that you thought about earlier. Remember, it has to be 4 words or less. And you'll just type it in this box right here and pick .com. You definitely want a .com. Once you're done, click the next button. That way you can lock in your awesome blog name and then no one else can use it. Because once you pay for your hosting, you pay for your blog name and no one else can claim your blog name. Next, you're going to fill out the account information for your Bluehost account. So that way they can register that domain name to you and only you. And that's very, very important. And you don't want to miss any of that. So I'll let you do your thing. You know this information. And once you're done with that piece, you're going to scroll down. This is where you're going to select your package information and complete buying your hosting plan. Here they're going to tell you how much your hosting plan is. You get your domain registration for free and your SSL certificate, which is important. And your account plan is good for 3 years. That's why I set the 36 month pricing. You're paying for 3 years up front, and it's completely yours. After that 3 years, then you can change plans if you want. Now, this is the part where you can control your costs. It's package extra, and I'm going to explain each one of these to you so that you don't pay for more than what you need, because I want to help you save money. All right, domain privacy protection. This keeps your personal information, like your name and address, private. I do use this option on my site, so I did add that add-on for my site, and that's why I clicked the box, and it's only less than $1 per month. So I added that to my account, and I do have that. Site lock security. This add-on verifies your email address, your physical address, and your phone number. And I use this, but it's up to you. This also helps when you're planning to sell things online. So, which I do. I sell my online courses online. So that's another thing that's good to have because it helps make your site secure. Now, the Code Guard Basic. I don't use this, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't see the point in paying for that when I already know there are free plugins out there on WordPress that I can use to do the very same thing. What it does is it does a backup of your site, and it helps storage your backups. What I do, and the free plugin I prefer to use and I recommend, is Updraft's backup plugin, since it's free and easy to use. I use it. I can have multiple backups of my site. I can schedule it. Plus, I can use one of my backups if I need to restore my site if something bad happened. Some backup plugins will charge you to restore from a backup. I think that's kind of silly. So, I recommend a free plugin called Updraft's Backup Plugin. And you can add that to your site after you get your WordPress up and running. Bluehost SEO Tool Start. I don't use this. What it does do for you is it helps to get your site found by search engines and helps them rank on the first page. Instead of paying for this, I know how to do this and I can teach you how to. I will drop the link to my SEO video below, and I can walk you through all the ins and outs of dealing with SEO. Instead, I use Rank Math SEO plugin, which is a free search engine optimization tool plugin, completely free. Some people use Yoast. I just get more out of Rank Math than I do out of Yoast, so that's why I don't use Yoast. But hey, if you want to use the free version of Yoast, you go for it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just like Rank Math because it has more features and it's totally free. One thing you're not going to need is the Office 365 mailbox. You're not going to need that because you're just starting out. You're not ready to do email marketing yet. What I would suggest, and it's free, and I say again free, I would suggest that just using ConvertKit instead, because since you're just starting out, they know you don't have a lot of money. So ConvertKit is great. They do have a free plan. That way, up to your first 1,000 subscribers are free to use their platform to manage your email marketing and all that fun. And it's awesome. ConvertKit is just awesome. And I'm going to drop that link down below. That's also affiliate link as well. Please use my link because it will help me out. Plus, I'm giving you the link to the free stuff. So, hey, a link to free things are awesome. So I'm going to give you my ConvertKit free plan link down below to help you out. So that way you don't have to pay for the Office 365 mailbox because that can get expensive real fast and I don't want that for you. So once you're done paying for your plan, actually it'll be a lot less than this total you see here because I don't use the Code Guard Basic. I use a free plugin. So next step, you pay for your hosting plan and you already know all your financial goodies. So you put that in there and make sure you can check that box right here and read the terms and cancellation policy so you understand them. So put in your payment information, check the little box after you read that fun stuff, and then hit the green submit button. And then you're done paying for your plan. So the next part is making your Bluehost account. This is the account you'll use to log into your Bluehost because you're going to need that for other things. So again, your domain name is your website name, and then you put in your passwords, the password to get in. Write that down, save that somewhere. Just save it somewhere because you're going to need it for later. Once you're done, you hit the create account button. Then you click the blue button after that to create your account. And now here's your Bluehost login window. Put in your website name, the password you just did, and log in. Next, we're going to set up your WordPress. This part you can skip if you want to, because you can easily answer these questions on your WordPress dashboard later if you don't want to answer right now. Just fill in what do you want the name of your site to be, which is pretty much the name of your website already, which is, for instance, Kate's Cooking Corner. You can just write it right there, and your tagline, which is what your site is about. Kate will show you how to make quick and easy dishes that people will dream about. Whatever your tagline is. I'm just making this up as I go for that part. But yeah, if you don't know what you want your tagline to be, don't worry, it's not a big deal. You can actually fill that out later inside your WordPress dashboard. Since you're doing a blog, you want to do a blog. You want to slide this little button to the right. So that way, that is set. And then this button will light up and then you can hit continue. And you tell them a little bit more about what you're doing with your site. And you'll just check the boxes that apply to you. If you're not a web developer like me or are big into technology and stuff like that, you're going to hit a little bit on this radio button for are you comfortable with creating a website. If you're like me and you're super nerdy and do nerdy things, you're going to click very. Or you can click anywhere in between. It's totally up to you because this is your site and you are calling the shots. Okay, next is to pick a theme for your site. You could do this later if you wanted to. This is a good place, and you can do it right here, right now if you want to. Just make sure your theme is going to work with Elementor and other plugins. Elementor is a very common site builder tool. Also, you want to make sure it's SEO friendly and AMP friendly so people can look at your site on cell phones. You're probably going to want to click on the food and drink section so you can see blog designs and website designs that are related, and then you can pick the one you want and you can look at it and see the details and decide which one you want. Once you select one, there's a button below. I just couldn't get it on the screen. And you go to your next screen, which is this one. This is where it's building your WordPress site. It's installing it and building it and adding the site design, which is called the theme, to your site, which is what you did earlier because you were picking a theme. You'll see this window, and once it's done, it will bring you here because it's all done, and now you can start building on your WordPress site. You click this awesome blue button with the W on it. And here is your login to WordPress screen. You'll see your web address right there. Click in login to WordPress. This just happens to be the theme that I am showing on this slide. It's not actual theme of my site. Okay, now your WordPress site is built and ready to go. Now you're ready to write your blog posts. Okay, writing your first post, these are the things you're going to want, and they are free. Again, free. I'll drop a link for Grammarly down below. I use the free version to grammar check my site, and it's awesome. So you definitely want to get Grammarly. I'll leave a link below so you can use it, and it makes proofreading your blog post super easy, super fast. Images that are royalty free. What does that really mean? That means these are photos that you're allowed to use on your blog, and someone's not going to come after you saying, hey, you're using my pictures and you didn't get my permission. That means you just can't go to Google and just search for a picture. That is called copyright infringement, and it's not allowed, and it's actually against the law. You want to use sites that offer royalty-free, which are copyright-free images that you can download and use on your site. You want to make sure your blog post answers a question. If you're not answering a question, then the post is not solving a problem. Since you're going to do a cooking blog, you're answering a question on how to prepare a certain meal, like how to make chicken parmesan, how to make a cupcake. Those are questions. Your job is to answer those questions in those posts. Share a personal story in those posts. People love them. I have a couple of stories in my blog post for my recipes that talk about stuff that we do when we're making it. And people really enjoy those. Sometimes I have pictures of me and my son making sugar cookies and my husband decorating them. That's in one of my posts. In your posts, recommend products or services or both. That's how you're going. That's part of your affiliate marketing strategy of how you're going to make money with your posts. Once you get one post written, get 10 more written. Step 5, promote your blog posts. Here on the right, you see 2 Pinterest pins I have made for different portions of my website. The one on the far right is me talking about 11 blogging mistakes to avoid that can cost you, because I teach about blogging. I even teach people how to make a cooking blog and a craft blog. So you can see here for the cooking portion of my blog, I did a post on making chicken parmesan with polenta. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a lot of good pictures with where people use plantain instead of spaghetti, but that's okay. I'm still getting the point across of how to make it. Even though these pins are different with different images, they tell a story. So you want to make sure you use royalty-free images that tell the story of what you are trying to do with that post. What problem are you solving? How are you helping them? Create a social media account for your blog. This has to be a business account. Some are free, some are paid accounts. Not all social media outlets have them for free. As far as I know, at the recording of this video, one of them is actually a paid one, but I only use the free ones. I use Pinterest and I use Facebook. So for my Pinterest business account, these are the posts I put up there. These are the pins I put up there. How do you make pins that promote your blog posts? I use Canva. I'll leave the link below. Canva is 100% free. They have a free version and they have a paid version. I use the free version, and I want to make sure you get the most bang for your buck when you're starting your blog. So I'll leave the link below so you can get to Canva, so you can get to their awesome platform and make pins. Make 5 to 10 images for your pins or posts for that social media platform you're going to use. And then you'll start promoting these posts or pins. Which leads to our next question. Are you going to promote your posts manually or with a tool? What does that mean? Well, if you're going to do Pinterest pins or Facebook posts or Instagram or Twitter, those are posts and pins. Are you gonna do it manually? Are you going to manually do your posting and pinning for your blog on those platforms? The downside to manually posting and pinning is it will suck time out of your day. Hands down. I know you're a busy mama. You got things to do. The baby needs to be fed. The kids need to get to soccer practice. Oh no, little Jimmy needs help with his algebra homework. And then you gotta make dinner. When will you have time to manually post that? You're not really going to have the time. Some people swear by, some people do it manually because they have the time, but I don't. You have to DIY your schedule. That means you have to keep a spreadsheet of when you scheduled something and where did it go and which image was it and the address it used and the description you used. That can get old really, really fast. I'm really great at organization, but I don't want to spend time DIYing my schedule for my manual posts and pinnings. I prefer to use a tool for all my posts and pinnings. The tool I use is Tailwind. I'm going to leave a link to that below because I love it, and they have a free trial version that I'm going to give you a link for, which is awesome. It makes scheduling super easy because they'll keep track of when your audience is on the most, so that way your posts and pins get out at the most optimal time, and it saves you time. What mom in the world does not want to save time? I do. I'm a busy mama. I got a newborn coming, and I got a 15-year-old. I'm a busy mama, and I'm always super tired. And I know all you moms out there are too. Tailwind app is awesome. You can use it for Pinterest, and I do, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That is awesome. Hey, if you can schedule all your pinning to all 4 all at once, dang, that is awesome. And it saves you so much time, and I'd rather you not be chasing your tail doing this. Why not get it all done in one shot in 1 hour in a week? That's right. I do all my pinning, all my promotions, get it all built up, all my images built up, and it only takes me 1 hour a week to get them all loaded up into Tailwind and get them scheduled out, and I'm done. And I can schedule these things out for months, which I am. So that way I have buffer. That way if I couldn't get it to it that week, I have months of time to spare. Especially when you have a new baby coming, I'm going to need months to spare because I'm not going to have time. Every single mom with a newborn go, amen, or has dealt with a newborn, amen. You're not going to have the time. I know I won't. So, I promised you something special at the end. I truly, truly did. And this is what it is. This is my Starting a Blog That Pays course. It teaches you the in and outs of selecting your niche, how to name your blog, how to do your product research so you know your blog is going to be profitable before you even pay for that hosting. That's right. I want to make sure I help you determine if it's going to be profitable before you even get started. Also, I'm giving you my Starting a Blog with a Plan workbook that works great with the main book, the main course, because it helps you gives you detailed sheets to fill in to make sure you have the information you need. It even gives you a place to store your passwords for your Bluehost account and your WordPress site, so that way you have it in one handy space so you don't lose it. Also, I'm giving you my handy templates for doing your posts and doing your About Me page, which you're going to need. I even talk about all the pages you need to start your blog off right. That's right. In this course, it's taught by a web developer, me. I'm a web developer, and I teach you step by step the easiest way to start your cooking blog, so that way you are not struggling. I want it to be so super simple that you can easily get it done on a weekend and get it going. So that way all you have to do is write your posts and apply to affiliate networks so you can start making money with those posts, and then promote it on social media. That's right. I can help you in a weekend get your site up and running, so all you have to do is write your posts and apply to affiliate networks. That's right. And that's why I'm going to also give you my master's guide to high-paying affiliate programs for bloggers. That's right. It breaks down into detail which affiliate networks are best for you for your niche, so you're not wasting time, you're not spinning your wheels, and you're not scratching your head wondering, hey, why aren't they not accepting my application to apply for their network? I help you out with that. I even share some of those tips and tricks of certain ones that would want you to have a Pinterest account before you apply. Actually, if you already have a Pinterest following, one of them will actually approve you right on the spot if you already have a Pinterest account that has a following before you even have your blog up and running. That is correct. So, that you'll also get for free. You'll also get your business planning spreadsheets here that I'm giving you, so you can track all your stuff of how you're making your money and what you're spending, because you can take that off on taxes. Especially the part of when you buy courses, you write that down in there as a business expense, because if you buy a course for your business, hands down is a business expense. So is any software you buy, your hosting fees you buy, can all be written down there, and you can take it off on taxes. That's right. If you make money online, you have to do taxes. I want it to be super silly simple, that you have what you need to record that information right off the bat, so that way you can get those deductions. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. If you have questions about my course, which I do have a link down below for you, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you and help you out. This is Michelle from NerdyMomsUnited.com, and I'll see you in the next video.